So you intend to tax the whiter neighborhoods more?
No, we intend to create a fair property tax system because we want a New York City that is not only fair and equitable, but also one that every New Yorker can afford.
You can tell they're really mad at how much Trump likes Mamdani. The New York Post, the chuds in the room, they're really mad. There are going to be so many people after this who try to pull Trump away from Mamdani, and I think it's going to have the opposite of the intended effect. I think that this is like a lifelong deference that Mamdani is cemented in Trump. It makes a lot of sense if you think about it, right? Like Donald Trump, his entire life, he's been like the brash businessman, wheel and deal, shake hands, so on and so forth. But for the last decade of his life, Trump hasn't really had any equals. He's been the unambiguous head of the Republican Party, and everyone who's challenged him has either been some quivering neocon, basically a neoliberal, right? Weak, ineffectual, driven by, consultancy, or a sycophant. Like all the people in his current cabinet, who he clearly doesn't respect, by the way. He obviously does not respect J.D. Vance, Pam Bondi, Kristi Noem. They're not even like pawns to him because he doesn't really like boss them around that much. They're underlings. They're like interns to him. He hasn't had a relationship like this in a long time.
No, I don't expect. I expect to be helping him, not hurting him. A big help, because I want New York City to be great. Look, I love New York City. It's where I come.
Mamdani, you have a mandate like no one else has ever had before. Get Trump to direct all federal funds reserved for red states and pour them into New York City, okay? Give New York City a GDP per capita previously reserved for fake countries like Liechtenstein, all right? Does Trump see himself in Mamdani? Listen, I'm going to tell you this much. I know this much for sure, 100% absolute fact. It's a good thing there were no cameras on in their private meeting because Mamdani was talking there in a way he could not talk with the cameras on him. Trump acts the same whether or not the cameras are on him. I guarantee you that he had to level with Trump directly in a way that he could not do if he was on the record. If I had to take a guess, I would say that Mamdani played hard into the we're both big men trying to do our best thing. Like, basically talk down the media, talk down the Democrats, talk down the Republicans, talk down like everyone else. Everyone's just following what other people tell them to do. We're big men. We know what we're doing. We're just trying to make our play. And it's why, because like, again, he understands Trump is not ideologically motivated. It's all personal for him, He needs that sense of like, chauvinistic camaraderie. But Mamdani couldn't get away with saying stuff like that in front of the camera because it would come across as too Machiavellian, it would like, oh, it's not about New York then, is it? It's about you and your big power place. Well, he has to say what he has to say to Trump, okay? It's a high stakes meeting. Has Trump done a turnaround like this on literally any other Democrat? The only person that comes close is Bernie Sanders, but it's not really about a turnaround. It's more just Trump obviously respected Bernie Sanders in a way he didn't respect anyone else. Can't really think of anything else that comes close. This is by far like the most this has ever happened. Yeah.